to share with you a little bit of a problem I had with this particular machine. This is a Swisher two-wheel trimmer. Let's see back around here. It's a model ST50022STDQ, serial number L300-347178. And the problem we had with this thing was that it would run rough. So normally I would just pop that carburetor off, clean it, and it would run fine. But what was happening after I did clean it and put it back on, it would start one time, and then when I would shut it off, it would not start again. So I took the carburetor off again, rebuilt it with a new needle and seat, and put it back on. Same thing, it would start one time and then not start again. I was starting to scratch my head pretty good on this one, and I took a carburetor off of another engine that was very similar to it. Same thing, cleaned it, put it on here, started, ran one time, not again. And I kept at it, put a brand new carburetor on it, and it did exactly the same thing. Now why would this thing run only one time and then not start again? I thought, well, one thing I didn't check on was the gasoline. So I took the gas tank off, I cleaned it all out, and then I decided that I would replace the fuel line down below here as well, and put it all back together. Same thing. So now I'm really wondering what in the heck is going on. It would get spark. I mean, clearly it was starting, but I decided to look into that myself again, and I find out, okay, this cable here was originally taped on. The plastic that's under here came loose, and it was taped on, and that tape was coming loose. So what was happening as you would pull this up, and you'll see down here, it releases the engine brake. And I found out what was happening was that it wasn't releasing the engine brake all the way. In fact, I pulled it up like so, and then I manually reached down and pulled it a little bit further, and then the engine started. So all this while I'm messing around with the gas and the carburetor, and the carburetor did need to be cleaned, so that was not a problem. It was this engine brake. Now the cable is actually in pretty good shape, so I didn't want to spend the money to replace the cable, and the tape wasn't working out. So as you can see, I just got some hose clamps, clamped it down there, and now the thing runs like a top again. So hopefully somebody can learn from this and not go through all the hassle that I went through. That the carburetor, if the carburetor is clean or new or rebuilt, whatever the case may be, and you're still having a problem, check for other things like the gas, or in this case spark, and the engine brake. So alright, now I'll get this back to the guy that owns it, and thanks for watching.